I think I'm live now. That camera doesn't look as good as it did on the going through the ATEM. What is that Wi-Fi signal up there for? Connection is unstable if you're on Wi-Fi. Troubling the broadband. Yeah. I shouldn't be broadcasting on Wi-Fi. I should be broadcasting. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off. No, let me not turn it off. Wow. I kind of think the other cameras were a little better. This seems to have a bit of a delay. At least I think I have sound now, so might be peaking a little bit on the sound. There we are, and we're back, and I think we have sound too, Tron. I was just testing out some new gear. So basically what's happening, if I plug this thing back in, it shouldn't make a difference. Let's see. Did I just kill my camera? No, but I did add to my, it's peaking a bit. Yeah, I thought so. I'll turn that down just a little bit there. So what we were doing is we have this new device right here that we're going to start using and streaming through this device for my Sunday streams, called an ATEM Mini Pro. It's a mixer where you plug in your HDMI cameras, and eventually I'll plug in the microphone through here in the back, but I don't have the cabling yet. My buddy Richard's going to bring me the cabling. This will eventually all tie into the Stream Deck, and then that ATEM has its own little own display for doing the switching and everything, and it tells me my stream latency, everything, how my sound is doing, all kinds of fun stuff you can do on here, including preloading videos, preloading advertisements if I want, preloading sounds, all kinds of stuff. So, this is the, now there's different versions of this, Tron. This is the Mini Pro. This was, I think, four and change. It can go up. They have the Mini Pro ISO. Then they have the Mini Max, which is a one that allows for 10 cameras and stuff. So, but it's going to be a game changer. It's going to separate my video from my. In other words, right now my main PCU, which is right up here, my main computer, is handling all of the video input, all of the audio, everything, and all of my switching. This is going to take over most of the CPU power from the computer and do all my switching and broadcasting from within here, and also handle all the audio. So that's going to make a much smoother screen, much sharper picture. It's going to broadcast in 4K, yada, yada, yada. So that's kind of why I did that little bit of a test, just to see, because I can basically go push a button on this thing and say go live, and it goes live from that, not from my computer. I don't go through StreamYard, which is what I'm going through now. I use it in conjunction with OBS because it's going to share my OBS cameras, my USB cameras, because this only uses HDMI cameras, and the only HDMI cameras I have right now at the moment, and I'm going to reconfigure my HDMIs, but right over there, hard to see it, but right there I have a Sony A5100. That's an HDMI camera, and then my little my little GoPro Hero 4 right there is an HDMI camera. So far those are the two cameras that I'll be using, but it also improves the video out of OBS. So it was definitely sharper. Oh yeah, I can see just by looking at my screen right now that it's not as sharp, but we got a little bit of something going on here now, and it could be because I have, I don't know, I might have messed something up. My right channel is, main mix is on there. Anyways, but yeah, that's all I was doing tonight, was just testing that out and doing a switch up. And the nice thing about this too is I can hook up, I have this little 1 terabyte SSD that runs off USB-C. I can plug this directly into the ATEM, and it'll record everything I do onto this. It'll record my whole stream onto this. And then I can take this, it creates a file that I can open up in DaVinci Resolve to edit my video right away. It opens up an editable file in DaVinci Resolve. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, the GoPro's got a decent quality. I don't have it hooked up to use on this stream right now, but it is really decent quality. It's an old one too. It's a 4. I think they have the Series 10 out now, but this still has a really good image on it. So I'm quite happy with that. I can power that off actually. Yeah, I don't need the batteries for it. I've got a USB power, 5-volt USB powering it, and then a HDMI cable going into the ATEM. So Richard's coming over on Saturday again to help me get everything finalized and set up. That monitor I have over here, I'm going to have to move it somewhere, so I'm not constantly turning my head during the stream to make my switches and transitions. But I don't have much room there with this 55-inch screen, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Ideally, and we're going to try and get this working. Ideally, I have this HDMI, Big Tree Tech HDMI touchscreen, but for some reason, when we plug the HDMI and the power into it, it doesn't work. I don't know why that's not working. If I have to configure this somehow, I got to do a bit of reading up on how to get this thing going, because I should be able to use this as a display for anything. So, but we couldn't get it working yet. But we will try. For sure. I don't know if there's a dip switch on the back, which I can't see, or anything, or if I have to, I don't know. Anyways, couldn't kind of, you plug the HDMI in, plug the USB power in, and all we get is a white screen, nothing. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to try and do. That way, if I can get this to work on my ATEM as my screen, where I can see all my scenes and my transitions and everything, then I can have that right down beside as part of my little package, and then I can just glance down to do my scene transitions and stuff. So if anybody knows how this is supposed to work as an HDMI output, let me know. I can't figure it out unless, what's this other plug here? Oh, that's audio, which I don't need. So we have an HDMI and a Type-C USB for the power. All I see on this is a reset button, and then we have our control buttons up top. But can't figure it out. But we will eventually. So, so that's that. Yeah. So ideally, this is going to get working, and then because that monitor over there, I mounted the monitor, but it's just too inconvenient. I don't want to keep going like this through the stream and then back to the camera and then like this through the stream. It's number one, it's rude to do that through a stream. Number two, it's going to be hard on the neck. It'll be too hard on the neck eventually. So I got all the parts printed for the stealth burner. Finally, we got all the stealth burner parts printed. I got to reprint. I'm not happy with this color. I think I'm going to reprint a few parts. We got all that done. We're ready to continue rolling on Sunday to continue the build of the Trident here. Yeah, I think so. Hey, Shauna, hello, how are you? You caught me on just a casual chat and test stream. And I'm yawning into the camera, and it's not the best quality video tonight. That's why we've been talking to the folks here about testing my new equipment that we just got to make the streams a whole lot sharper and sound a whole lot better. I'm doing great. Everybody, this is my wonderful niece, Shauna. So say hello to Shauna. Shauna, you're talking with some of my most favorite and most cherished subscribers here. These guys are the loyal gang that come out when I'm just talking about nothing. And they're always on my Sunday streams. So I'm good. My eye is finally getting better. It's starting to clear. I've been fighting an eye infection. I have one good eye. I keep sounding Australian when I say I have a good eye. And I had a viral infection in this eye. I guess it just happens. It was extremely painful, sensitive to bright light, etc. So I went to the eye doctor on Monday, got some drops. On Tuesday, the sensitivity to light went away, but I all of a sudden got a cloud over my eye, like I was looking through a frosted window. scary things. Anyway, so it's starting to clear up. I'm concerned because it's my only really good eye. And so I was really concerned, but she said this morning, no, keep doing what you're doing. It's going to clear up. It will get clear, et cetera, et cetera. So it's about 80% clear tonight. So did you miss Richard's visit? No, Richard was over here no, he wasn't over here last Saturday. He was going to, but we had sickness through the household. So he was best to stay away. He was here the Saturday before. We did a bunch of setup. And I'm going to pick up my cables from him tomorrow, and he's going to come over this Saturday and help me continue the setup here. Man, this video quality sucks right now compared to what we were just looking at before, but I didn't have any sound before. Yeah. So, but for those of you that just came on, yeah, what we're going to be hooking up, or what we have hooked up, but we're not running right now, is this little guy here. It's called an ATEM Mini Pro. It's basically a audio video switcher. So you can switch, you can have up to 4 cameras on it, but right now I have 2 cameras and my OBS. So this kind of shares my OBS with me. I can do special effects fading. I can actually bring in videos. I can bring in overlays. I can bring in all sorts of stuff. But the beauty of this is it doesn't go through my computer to broadcast. This streams directly. This has my YouTube key in it. This streams directly to YouTube for me. I bypass my computer. I bypass StreamYard, everything. So for my live streams where I'm not bringing guests in, it's perfect. Yeah, and then that's going to work in conjunction with the Stream Deck eventually. But as I say, I'm just waiting for the audio cable, which goes right on the end there where the little audio inputs are. I'm waiting for my audio cable to come in so that we can get this thing working properly. But we did a test a few seconds ago. The video should be on YouTube now. I'll pull it down later. But the video quality was amazing on it. So I'm quite happy with that. Yeah. So Shauna, have you ever? Yeah, you have been here. I don't know if you've seen my new setup, Shauna. My new studio setup, but this camera doesn't do it justice. But yeah, I've got the whole, most of the basement now for my new studio. So for the new setup, so we have all our filament. We have more filament up there. We have more filament on the shelf and on the floor. Yeah, so it's quite a bit more space to work with now that I'm doing a whole lot more different things down here. So yeah. So, oh man, it's almost 9 o'clock already. Lots of filament, and I got more on the way. Polymaker's sending me 9 rolls of filament to do a large, and I mean large, and it's going to be done on the Z-Rat rig. Maker Deck logo, so 9 colors. I've got 5 of them so far, and I guess they're just coming as they get it in stock on Amazon. So I got more of that coming, and I've got Matter 3D is sending me their new line of matte PLA filaments. He just said today that he'll send it out next week. They want me to try them out. I said, go for it. So, and Mike, you've been blind. Take care of your vision. Don't let the doctors brush you off. No, exactly. I have an amazing optometrist. It's down the hall from my office downtown. I've been going to this optometrist, this clinic, Downtown Vision Care, for probably 20 years now. And she saw me Monday. She saw me Tuesday morning. She saw me this morning. And she's going to see me Friday morning at 8 o'clock. She's concerned. She wants this to get all fixed and so forth. So that's going to be great. Why are you flashing yellow at me, camera? I did not want you to enter whiteboard mode. There we go. You have more filament. Common phrase for 3D printer folks. Yeah, we have more filament. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no. The eyes vision is one thing that it's precious to me. Vision and hearing, our main senses are precious, and I think those things should never be taken for granted. That's why you guys probably remember last year. Yeah, it was last year. It's about a year ago. I used to wear contact lenses and then reading glasses, so I'd be able to do stuff, and then I'd have my glasses. I had an eye infection happen to me last December 2021, and that scared me enough that I've stopped wearing contact lenses. So I'm now on I'm 11 months contact sober, contact free. So and I don't regret it. It took me a good week or so to get used to these. These are progressive lenses. So these basically the top of the lens is for looking distance and the bottom of the lens is for reading. So they're progressives. It took me a week or so to get used to them because I never wore them full time before. But now they're easy. I think I need to get a new prescription, but and I'll get progressives again. But um, never wear contacts full time. The only time I put a contact lens in now is, which I got to do soon, is when I shave my head because the glasses arms get in the way. I'll put my lenses in, shave my head, and then pop them right out. So yours was optic nerve got damaged magically. Weird. And I'm glad they fixed it, obviously, Mike. That would be scary going blind, even for a minute. I mean, I can only imagine. It freaked me out. It's much better tonight, and it's getting better every day. But it freaked me out when I had that fog over my eye, and I thought, man, is this gonna stay here? Is this something? Anyways, so I'm on 3 eye drops and 1 oral antiviral medication to clear all this up. So I think it's overkill with the meds, but when it comes to the eyes, she doesn't think I actually need the antiviral oral medication, but she said, take it anyways. It's not going to hurt you. And if anything, it's going to clear up any other oral viral or any other viral, whatever I have. So, yeah, I just got beat. Let's see who beat. Shauna did. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just say thanks. That's my little niece, Shauna. My little niece. God, she's a woman now. Love her so much. She's doing so well in life. I'm so proud of her. So I haven't seen you. If you're listening, Shauna, I haven't seen you in a long time. Come and see me. You got to come over for a visit. We're all pretty much back on the mend. Maybe another week. Give us a week of being healthy, and then come on over and do a visit. So if it doesn't hurt, better safe than sorry. Absolutely. Yeah. It's the medication it's for, and this sounds terrible, but she called it eye herpes. Now, herpes sounds awful, but everybody, hands up if you ever had a cold sore. I get cold sores. I've gotten them all my life. Apparently, something like 70% of the population has the herpes virus or the I forget what they call it. They have it. It's in your body. It stays dormant. Sometimes it breaks out. High stress moments, different things, various reasons you'll get a cold sore. Well, that's the same thing that can happen in your eye. You can get what's called eye herpes from that same thing that lies dormant. And she suspected that could have been partially part of the problem, hence the antiviral medication I'm taking. So yeah, lots of steroids. In the end, they had no idea why it happened and said it could happen again anytime. Holy crap. That's scary when they just say, I don't know why it happened, but it happened. But 2006, you're on a good roll. So you're on a great roll now, Mike. There we go. But yeah, our bodies are amazing things. Like the fact that she said you can also, if you're around somebody that has the flu, a cold, etc., you can get that in your eye. Like, just who knew? So she did say there's going to be some permanent scarring on the bottom, but it's not going to affect my vision at all. It's just, I guess it's scarring from having the virus or bacteria or whatever it is. So yeah. But yeah, it's a scary thing when your vision isn't what it should be. So, and the fact that I've got this eye, I can see perfectly out of this eye. I've had an issue with this eye since I was born. They called it a lazy eye back then, but they have a new name for it now. It's sharp as a tack, what I can see, but my brain does not put into proper perspective what I'm seeing. Like I can see the text, but I can't read it. It's really hard to explain. And the longer I stare at the text, if I cover this eye and try to read chat, I can make out just the large letters. Like in Mike's, I can make out the N at the beginning of your name, and that's it. And the longer I stare, the harder it is to read. I say to people, if you want to know what this eye on me seems like, if you're wanting to read, have a look at something, put some text in front of your eyes and look to the left of your hand or the left of what you're there, and try reading the text. That's how this eye looks. The peripheral's great. I mean, I got great peripheral on it and everything, and it's sharp, but it's just it's a lazy eye. So yeah, that's why when I get an issue with this eye, which has really impeccable vision, I kind of freak out because I've only got one. So yeah, I envy people that have 20/20 vision that can use either eye to read or whatever. So that's why I'll never be a pilot. Damn. I'll never be a pilot. I'll never be a sharpshooter in the army. Anyways, so 9 o'clock. I got to take more eye drops at 9 o'clock. I think it's time for my steroid that's got to go in here. I'm on an antibiotic. Actually, it's just 2 medications: antibiotic, a steroid, and a moisturizing drop, and then the oral, then the pills, the antiviral pills. So. Yeah, good thing I don't have a problem putting eye drops in my eye. Otherwise, I'd have a difficulty. Some people can't open their eye and have a drop go in it, but I have no problem with that. Having worn contacts for so many years and putting my fingers in and out of my eye, it's not a big deal. So cool. Okay, guys, I want to thank everybody for being there when I did that test and sticking around. I'll leave that test video up if anybody wants to go have a look at it and just do a comparison of the quality of the video. I'm going to go look at it and see a difference in the quality of the video between that and this, which is what I normally broadcast with. Because, yeah, that other video seemed a whole lot sharper. Holy crap. So I think this was going to be a worthwhile investment. So anyways, everybody have a wonderful night. I may pop on another one of these nights this week, but I will be on Sunday for my regular stream, continuing the Trident build, and we're starting the electronics on the Trident, so that should be exciting. So there we go. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe, and remember, all your senses are precious, so take care of them. Take care of all of them, so don't take it for granted. Talk to you guys later. Bye for now.